today we discuss about the what is the application of double integration. So the first application of double integration is how to find the area of the curve. So area of the curve is given by, there are two forms we will take today. How to find the area by using the Cartesian double integration and polar double integration. So if you want to use the for the area of the curve in Cartesian form, it is double integration dx dy. In polar form, it is r dr d theta. Okay, similarly, we know that what is the mass of the plane lamina. We know that mass is equal to density into volume. Okay, suppose we have given a plane lamina, so volume is replaced by area. Suppose we have given us only a line like a rectification, then we consider only the length. Okay, so how to find the mass of the given curve? So the mass of the given curve is equal to density into its area in the Cartesian form. Similarly, we can also write in the polar form. Okay, so these are the formulas we use. Suppose there is a question that find out the mass of the plane lamina. So now what we will do, we will first find the area and then we will try to find out what is the mass. So let us take a very basic example. Let us try to find out the what is the area of circle x square plus y square is equal to a square of radius a. So everybody knows that what is the area of circle? It is pi a square. Area of circle is pi a square. So let us try to prove by using the double integration. So we use the two method. We will first use the first formula, which is the Cartesian form, and then we use the second formula, which is in the polar form. So the area of circle is double integration dx dy. So if we draw the circle, just look here. If we draw the circle, this is a circle. So in this circle, if you want to find the area of circle, we have to just find what is the area of this part. Area of this part. Or suppose if you want to find out the area means what? It is minus a0 to a0. So that's why it is written what is the limit of x? It is minus a to plus a. And the limit of y is what? It is the x square plus y square is equal to a square. So what is the value of y? Y is equal to root over a square minus x square. So now it is minus to plus. So in this manner we are able to find out the area. So instead of finding taking the limit from minus a to plus a or minus root a square minus x square to plus root a square minus x square, let us find the area of the first quadrant. So in this first quadrant, what is the limit of x? The limit of x is 0 to a, and the limit of y is 0 to root over a square minus x square. So that's why we multiplied it by 4. So now what is the integration of? Let us first take the integration of this part. So integration of dy is only y, and if you put that its limit, it is 0 to root a square minus x square. So we have a is equal to 4 times of this upper limit is root over a square minus x square, lower limit will be 0. So that will be again 0. Let us try to find out what is the integration of this part. So integration of root over a square minus x square is what? It is x upon 2 root over a square minus x square plus a square upon 2 sine inverse of x by a. So if we put these values, x by a, x by 2, a square minus x square root over a square minus x square plus a square by 2 and then sine inverse of x by a. And now what is the lower limit or upper limit? It is 0 to a. So if you put the value, if you put the limit over here, let us put the upper limit. So x is equal to a. So a square minus a square, it will become 0. This is already a square and it is a by a. And if you put the lower limit, so this part will be 0. This is also 0 and this is also 0. So now this is what? This part is 0. This sine inverse of 0 is also 0. Correct? So what we have? And this a square minus a square is also 0. So we have only one thing. What is this? It is a square sine inverse of 1. So we are getting only 4 into a square sine inverse of 1. And sine inverse of 1 is what? It is nothing but pi by 2 because sine 90 is equal to 1. So we have taken sine inverse of 1 is equal to pi by 2. So this 4, this is 2, and this 2 will cancel. So what is the answer? It is pi a square. So in this manner, we are able to find out what is the area of circle with the help of double integration. So we use the Cartesian formula. Let us use, and slightly, if we see the Cartesian formula, the integration of this part root over a square minus x square is slightly difficult. Either what we can do, if you want, if we do not want to apply this formula, we have to just put x is equal to a sine theta. Then what is dx? Dx is equal to a cos theta d theta. Okay, and then this will convert it into polar form. There also no need to learn this formula. We are able to find out the integrations. Okay, but I have already told in the beginning that instead of finding the working with the Cartesian curve, if we work with the polar curve, then it is very simple for us. So let us take one more second method to find out the area of circle by using polar form. The area of circle is double integration r dr d theta. Here, if we draw the circle, just look here. If we have a circle, this is a circle. So in this circle, again we have the same situation. The angle lies between the theta equal to 0 to theta equal to 2 pi, theta equal to 0 to theta equal to 2 pi. So here the limit of theta is equal to 0 to 2 pi. Limit of r is what? What is the value of r is 0 and maximum value of r is equal to a. So the limit of r is equal to 0 to a. So let us just separate it, because these are the limits are what? These limits are constant with respect to each other. So integration under the limit 0 theta equal to 0 to 2 pi of d theta, and similarly the integration of r dr with respect to 0 to theta. So what is the integration of d theta? It is theta, and its limit is 0 to 2 pi. Integration of r is equal to r square by 2 under the limit 0 to a. So this is what, if we take the upper limit and lower limit, it is 2 pi minus 0, and it is a square upon 2 minus 0. So 2 pi into a square by 2. So this 2 will cancel. What we are getting? Pi a square. So now I think, just look here. We have already taken both the example to find out the area of circle by using Cartesian form and by using polar form. So definitely by using the polar form is simpler than the using a Cartesian form. So that's why the expert suggests us that instead of using the Cartesian curve, we have to always use the polar curve. Okay, so this is a basic example of area of the circle. Let us go to the next example. So that the area of the curve a square x square is equal to y cube 2a minus y is of, this is not radius, is pi a square. The given curve is symmetric about, just look here, we have given a curve. What is the question? So that the area of the curve this is pi a square. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to first trace this curve. We have to first trace this curve. So just look here, the given curve is symmetric about y-axis. Why? Because the power of x is even. So therefore the curve is symmetric about y-axis. Correct? Second thing, and passes through origin. Just look here, there is no any constant term. And passes through origin. And how to find the tangent at origin? So which is the lowest degree term? So lowest degree term is what? It is a square x square equal to 0. So x square equal to 0 means x equal to 0 or y-axis. X equal to 0 means what? It is y-axis. So y-axis itself is a tangent at origin. It intercepts y-axis. So let us put x equal to 0. What we are getting? Y equal to 0 and y equal to 2a. If you put x equal to 0. So it intersects y-axis at 0, 0 and 0 to a. Tangent at 0 to a is parallel to x-axis. Okay, the approximate shape of the curve is as shown in the figure. Okay, so let us see the first. What is the figure? Okay, so this is what? It is a curve. So just look here, it is what? This is y is equal to 2a, and this is y equal to 0. This is x equal to 0. So this x equal to 0, this x is equal to 0 is tangent at origin. So they just look here, this is tangent. This is also, for this curve, there are two branches of curve. and for both the branches of curve there is a common tangent, so the origin is what? It is cusp. Second thing, the curve is symmetric about which axis? Y-axis. So just look here, we have the same shape to left and right hand side of the y-axis. Okay, and what is the limit for y? Limit for y is equal to y equal to 0 to y is equal to 2a. So now if we what we have given, the given curve is what? It is a square x square is equal to y cube 2a minus y. So let us write it for the x. So x is square equal to, let us transpose this a square to the right hand side. So y cube 2a minus y upon a square, which implies x is equal to, we have to take the root, square root. So the square, this power is 3, so it will be 3 by 2, and 2a minus y whole to the power 1 by 2. And since a, there is a square, so root of a square is a. Okay, so this is the curve, this is the value of x. So let us write what is the area of the curve. Area of the curve is equal to double integration dx dy. And let us write, let us first integrate dx. So integration of dx is what? Integration of dx is x. And then second part, what is the value of x? So value of x is equal to y is equal to y to the power 3 by 2, 2a minus y to the power 1 by 2 divided by a. And now look here, if you want to find the area of this curve, total curve, what is the, this is the total curve. So instead of finding the total area, if we only find out this part, only half part of the curve, and multiply this by 2. So that's why this is multiplied by 2. And what is the limit for y? The limit for y equal to 0 to y is equal to 2a. So that's why the limit is written over here, 0 to 2a. So now if we integrate this part, then we are able to find out the area of the given curve. So let us put y is equal to, this y is equal to 2at. So what is dy? Dy is equal to 2a dt. And now if y tending to 0 to 2a, if y is equal to 0, then t equal to 0. If y is equal to 2a, then t is equal to 1. So now if y tending to 0 to 2a, then t tending to 0 to 1. So now what we have, a is equal to 2 times of 0 to 1. 2at means we have to put the value of y is equal to 2at whole to the power 3 by 2. 2a, again y is equal to 2at whole to the power 1 by 2. And a is a. And the last, what is dy? Dy is equal to 2a dt. A is equal to, let us take a 2a outside. So 2a to the power 3 by 2 and 2a to the power 1 by 2 we have taken outside. So what is, just look here, it is 2a to the power 3 by 2, 2a to the power 1 by 2 and 2a to the power 1. So this has taken outside the integral sign. And the first thing is what? T to the power 3 by 2 and 1 minus t to the power 1 by 2. So now this is what it is. It is the form of beta function. So can we write like this? 0 to 1, t to the power 5 by 2 minus 1, 1 minus t to the power 3 by 2 minus 1. So now what is that? What is 3 by 2? It is 5 by 2 minus 1. And what is 1 by 2? It is 3 by 2 minus 1. Why we have written this? Because we know that beta of mn is equal to what? It is integration under the limit 0 to 1 t to the power m minus 1 and 1 minus t to the power n minus 1. Okay, either this is the one method, or another method what we can do, we can also put t is equal to, we can put t is equal to sine square t. Sine square t. So we can also write down like this, and definitely we are able to find out the reduced form of the given integration, and we are able to integrate it. But in both the condition we have to apply the beta function. So that's why we have taken this beta function. So now what is it? If we compare this to this, these two things. So limit is 0 to 1, 0 to 1, t to the power m by m minus 1, it is t to the power 5 by 2 minus 1. So what is the value of m? M is equal to 5 by 2. And what is the value of n? 1 minus t to the power 3 by 2 minus 1. So n is equal to 3 by 2. So these are the values of m and n. So this, how to write it? This 2a into 2a. So 2 into 2a, 2a, 2a 3 times. And this a. So a will be cancelled. This a and a will cancel. So we have, this is what? It is 16. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 to the power 4 is equal to 16. This 1a is cancelled. So there is a 1a and 1a. This will become a square. And now what is beta of mn? So beta of mn is equal to gamma n divided by gamma m plus n. So gamma 3 by 2, gamma 5 by 2 divided by gamma 3 by 2 plus 5 by 2. Again, gamma 3 by 2 can be written as, we apply the second formula. What is that? Gamma n plus 1 is equal to what? N gamma n. So if we write down gamma 3 by 2, how to write gamma 3 by 2? Gamma 3 by 2 can be written as 1 by 2 plus 1. So this is what? N gamma 1, n gamma n plus 1. So this is what it is? N gamma n. So n is equal to 1 upon 2 gamma 1 by 2. So gamma 3 by 2 is what? It is 1 by 2 gamma 1 by 2. Okay, and what is the gamma 1 by 2? Gamma 1 by is root pi. So let us see here, we have taken 1 by gamma 3 by 2 is 1 by 2 plus 1, and gamma 5 by 2 is 3 by 2 plus 1. And it is what? It is 3 plus 5, 8 by 2. So 8 by 2 is 8 by 2 is equal to 4. So gamma 4. And this is what? 1 gamma 1 by 2, 3 gamma 3 by 2. And what is 3 gamma 3 by 2? We have already calculated is 1 by 2 gamma 1 by 2. So 3 by 2, the first thing is what? It is 1 by 2. Gamma 1 by 2 is root pi. Then 3 by 2 into 1 by 2, again gamma 1 by 2 is equal to root pi. And what is 4? Gamma 4. Gamma 4 means what? If it is positive integer, then it is n factorial, n minus 1 factorial. N minus 1 factorial. So now it is 4 gamma 4. So gamma 4 is equal to what? It is 3 factorial. So 3 factorial is equal to 3 into 2 into 1. So just look here. This 16, 8 times, this 2 will cancel. Again 4 times, this 2 will cancel. 2 times, this 2 will cancel. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. This will cancel. These 3 and 3 will cancel. Okay. So what we have? We have root pi into root pi is pi and a square. So a square, pi a square. So what is the area of the given curve? It is pi a square. So in this manner, we are able to find out the area of the Cartesian curve. Okay. Let us try to find out the area of parametric curve. So we have to find out the total area of the asteroid. Asteroid is given. So now it's clearly, if we say it is a Cartesian curve, but we can also write down what is its parametric equation. Its parametric equation is equal to x is equal to a cos cube t and y is equal to a sin cube t. Okay. So if we see it, the total area of asteroid is given by, what is the total area of the asteroid? It is double integration of dx dy. This is the formula for area, dx dy. And now we can write it, integration of, you have to first integrate with respect to x and then y. So what is the integration of dx? It is x dy. And what is the value of x over here? The value of x is equal to a cos cube t. And what is dy? Dy is equal to y is what it is. So d of a sin cube t. So that, and instead of finding the total area from 0 to 2 pi, let us find the area of the asteroid. Area of the asteroid. Area of the asteroid is what? It is, what is this curve? Let us try to trace this curve. Everybody knows that. What is the asteroid? Okay, this is asteroid. So here, this is what? It is t equal to 0, t equal to pi by 2, and t is equal to 3 pi by 2. From this to this is A. So now we have to find out this total area, shaded area we have to find. So instead of finding the whole area of the shaded part, we have to just find what is the area of the first quadrant. So that's why it is taken that this is what it is, the area of the total asteroid. So now it is multiplied by 4 times. So the limit should be what? 0 to pi by 2. It will be, the limit will be converted from 0 to 2 pi to 0 to pi by 2. And this is a cos cube t. And now what is the derivative of this part? This d is not over here. Derivative of a sin cube t is 3a sin square t. Again, derivative of sin t is equal to cos t dt. So if we simplify it, so this a and this a will go outside, it will become a square. This 3 and this 4, it will become 12. And then it is cos cube t and cos t. So cos to the power 4t and sin square t. Sin square t. Again, we can convert this into the, either we can also use the reduction formula, but instead of using reduction formula, I will always suggest you that we only use the one formula, beta function. So this is what it is, nothing but a 1 upon 2. We know the formula. What is the formula? Beta 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power p theta cos to the power q theta d theta is equal to, what is its value? It is 1 upon 2 beta of p plus 1 by 2 and q plus 1 by 2. So just look here what we have done over here. It is p is equal to 4. So 1 by 2, first we have to write down 1 by 2 over here, 1 by 2 multiply by beta of m plus 1 by 2. M plus 1 by 2 means 4 plus 1 by 2. And again it is a n plus 1 by 2 means 2 plus this, because m is equal to 4, n is equal to 2. So 4 plus 1 by 2 and 2 plus 1 by 2. So now it is 5 by beta of 5 by 2 and 3 by 2. We have already calculated its value in the previous example. Just look here. Let us try to calculate it again once more. We have already calculated it. And what is its value? In the same manner, we are getting 3 pi a square upon 8. So now this is what? It is the area of whole asteroid. Area of whole asteroid is 3 pi a square upon 8. Suppose question is find out the area of the first quadrant of the asteroid. So what we will do? We just, what is the area? 3 pi a square 8 multiply by 1 by 4. So now it is what? It is the area of the first quadrant of the asteroid. Okay, similarly, if they will ask that what is the area of the half of the asteroid. So multiply by 1 by 2 and full, then this is the area. 3 pi a square upon 8 is the area of the asteroid. So we have also taken the second example, which is based on the parametrical. Let us take the another example, last example, which is based on the polar curve. So find the area inside the circle r equal to a sine theta and outside the chordoid r equal to a1 minus cos theta. So we have already traced this. Let us first go to the figure. What is the figure? Now this is what? This one is what? It is the chordoid. R is equal to a1 minus cos theta. And this is what? It is a circle. R equal to a sine theta. So now what is the area between these two regions, circle and asteroid? So now we have to try to find out what is the area of this shaded part. Okay, so we know that the required area is given by double integration r. Since these are polar curve, so we are using the polar area of the polar curve. Double integration r dr d theta. So 0 to pi by 2. Limit is, what is the limit? Lower limit of r. Just look here. Lower limit is, this is lower limit. This lower limit is what? It is according to the chordoid. And upper limit is what? It is according to the circle. So just look here. What is the limit of the, what is the value of theta? It is theta equal to 0. Theta equal to 0 and theta equal to pi by. So if you see the limit of theta is what? It is 0 to pi by 2. So the limit of theta is 0 to pi by 2. And the limit of r is what? It is from chordoid to circle. So it is a times of 1 minus cos theta, a sine theta. R dr and d theta. So let us, what is the integration of r? So r is square upon 2 under the limit a times of 1 minus cos theta and a sine theta. And now if we substitute the limit, what is this? A square sine square theta minus a square 1 minus cos theta whole square. Okay, now we will take a square is common and but 1 by 2 is also common. So we are taking a square upon 2 outside. The limit is 0 to pi by 2. What is remaining over here? Sine square theta minus 1 minus cos theta whole square. So again we can write down what is a minus b whole square. So it is 1 minus 2ab plus b square. So this sine square theta, we have to open the bracket, minus 1 plus 2 cos theta and minus cos square theta. So just look here what we are doing. 2 cos theta minus 1, we have taken writing this part first, and then cos square theta, and this is plus sine square theta. So if we take minus sign outside, then it is cos square theta minus sin square theta, and which is what? It is cos 2 theta. Cos 2 theta. So we have 2 cos theta minus 1 and minus cos 2 theta, d theta. Now what is the integration of cos theta? It is sin theta. Integration of 1 is equal to theta, and cos 2 theta is equal to sin 2 theta upon 2. Let us substitute the upper limit. Upper limit is 2 times of sin pi by 2 minus pi by 2 minus sin pi upon 2. We are putting theta equal to pi by 2. So 2 will cancel. Minus what is lower limit? Lower limit is 0. So sin 0 minus sin 0. So this total part is 0 because sin 0 is 0. And now sin pi is also 0. So this is what we are. What is the sin pi by 2? It is 1. So a square upon 2, 2 into 1, and pi by 2 minus pi by 2, and this sin pi is equal to 0, and the remaining part is also 0. So we are getting 2 minus pi by 2. So let us multiply this 1 by 2 to inside the bracket. So this is 2 by 2 minus pi upon 4. So a square 1 minus pi by 4. So this is what it is, the area of the area in between r equal to a sin theta and outside the inside the circle r equal to a sin theta, and outside the chordoid r equal to a times of 1 minus cos theta. Got it? Again, we can take also, we can take one more example. It is what both are the chordoid. I won't discuss much more about it because I think everybody is trying to calculate it. So let us just go to the figure. What is the figure? Just look here. This is the chordoid we have already traced in the previous example. One chordoid, and the second one is this. This is positive. It is r equal to a 1 minus cos theta, and the second one is r equal to a 1 plus cos theta. So these are two chordoids. Now what is our aim? What is the question? Find the total area included between the two chordoids. So we have to calculate what is the area between these two things. Area between these two things. So now this is what it is divided into 4 parts. This is first part, second, 1, 2, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So instead of finding the whole area, what we can do? Multiply this by 4 times of area 2 from this is theta equal to 0. Theta equal to 0 to theta equal to pi by 2. Okay. And r equal to what? R equal to 0 to a. What is this curve? This curve is what? R equal to a 1 minus cos theta. So if we simplify this curve, we are able to find out the area of the curve, which is a is equal to 2a square 3 pi by 4 minus 2. Correct? And now there are some exercise questions. Find the area between the curves y square is equal to 4x and 2x minus 3y plus 4 equal to 0. Now the answer is given. Yeah, limit is already given. Find the area between the curve y square x is equal to 4a square 2a minus x and its asymptotes. Limits and answer is already given. Find the area bounded by the curve x times of x square plus y square equal to a times of y square minus x square and its asymptotes. Also find the area of the loop of the curve. So we have to first trace this curve, then we are able to say that where is the asymptotes and where is the loop. Similarly, we can also find out the area. Okay, so these are some exercise questions. So everybody has to try to solve this question.